This next dish that I'm going to show you how to make is super simple, and it appears my theme so far is just super simple. I like to do things that I can marinate and leave it overnight, and then the next day it's ready to go, so it makes it easy for me if I have to work and then I can come home and it'll be ready to go. This is a 5-spice pork chop, and the way that I cook it, it is so tender and it's very tasty. I have a mini food processor that I've had for about 10 years that I like to chop garlic and onions in, because I could do this by hand, but it'll take me about 30 seconds in the food processor, so that I totally prefer. So just give it a rough chop so it's not too big. And then this is what you're looking for. It's a rough chop, so it's not too thin or too macerated, but just enough so it's chunky. I like chunky in this one, so this is what you're looking for. I have the shallots and garlic in here. I like to mix the marinade in the bowl first. What we'll do next is add the oyster sauce. 4 tablespoons. Next I add 1.5 tablespoons of agave nectar. Then I add about half a teaspoon of salt. I like to use the Himalayan sea salt. And then I add cracked pepper. And this is all dependent on how much pepper you like. I like a lot, so I put in a ton of black pepper, but it's all preference with the pepper, it's optional. And then you add 2 teaspoons of the 5-spice powder, and then you mix it all together. And then you add the pork chops. You only need about 30 minutes, and then you could put it in the frying pan. So I'm gonna cover this up and put it in the fridge, and then we'll fry it up. So, medium-high heat. Give it a minute to heat up. About 5 minutes on each side. At this point, actually, I like to cut it. So what I like is, because the marinade is so gooey with like all the goodness of the garlic and the shallots, when you cut it up like this, it becomes a sauce for it. And then it caramelizes into such a nice color. Okay, and that's it. And turn off the heat. And this is what you're left with. And there you have it. This is 5-spice pork chops that took 10 minutes to marinate, another 30 for it to melt together, and then just about 10 to 15 minutes on the pan. And then you have a meal that you could feed your family, your friends with. I like to serve this with rice and some cucumbers, but you can add this as a topper for a big salad. It's super savory and really delicious. So thank you for joining us, and we'll hope you join us again next time.